Yo, this is another absolute sleeper. Vince from Hell Pichel taking on Thud Austin Hubbard, and this one should be pretty interesting because Vince Pichel, I gotta hand it to him. This is a guy who, at 38 years old, seems to be the best version of himself that we've ever seen. In that last fight against Jim Miller, I picked Jim Miller. I was pretty bullish on Jim Miller, and that fight wasn't even close. Like Vince Pichel absolutely dominated Jim Miller, start to finish, and before that, he did the same thing to Roosevelt Roberts. So. I'm curious to see, how he stacks up against Hubbard, who is a guy who also has had some nice moments in the UFC. I mean, when he made Max Roshkov literally quit in that contest, that was pretty impressive. It was just start to finish domination. And most recently, he took out Dakota Bush, who had a little bit of hype coming in here as well. And if we look at his losses, they're only really against tough dudes, right? Joe Selecki, who is an up and comer everyone should be looking at. Marco Madsen, who's also on this card. Check out the meatlock coming next, and then Davi Hamos, who is just a tank. So no shame in any of those losses, and the same goes for Vince Pichel, right? The dude has only lost to Gregor Gillespie, and the loss before that was to Rustam Habilov, who is a guy who's beat Jorge Masvidal and has some nice wins under his belt himself. So I'm pretty stoked for this one. I think it's going to be super competitive, and if we look over at the odds makers agree, right? It's a straight up pick 'em. So are you going with From Hell Pichel, or do you think Thud Hubbard gets this done?
Yeah, this is a fun fight. But I gotta go with the younger guy. I mean, he is, he's 38. He is on that winning streak, from hell. But Austin Thud Hubbard, I mean, he's got a nice win. His last fight, he's 29. I mean, this kid's definitely a nice up and comer. Definitely a levels test. If he can get through this, I think he's gonna start getting those nicer echelon fighters. But I think he's gonna smash this guy. Tapology isn't there with me, but I gotta go with the young boys for this one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, right? It's a true pick 'em, but Tapology is awfully bullish on from Hell Pichel. I mean, 77% is rolling with the longtime vet in this one, the 38-year-old Pichel. And I got to be honest with you, Meat. I'm going with the Tapology. I'm going with Vince from Hell Pichel. You said that this fight's not going to be close. I agree. I think this is going to be an absolutely one-sided contest where Vince from Hell Pichel continues this win streak, continues showing these guys that if you don't show up in this contest against Pichel, he's going to absolutely smash you. And I see this, as you mentioned, being a levels test just in reverse, where Vince from Hell Pichel is getting this one done. I'm going by decision. And I'm just stoked for this contest. I think this is one of those hardcore fights where it's definitely a low-key sleeper. Probably not a lot of people are looking at the Vince Pichel versus Austin Hubbard matchup, but for me personally, I think this is going to be a straight-up banger. And I just like Pichel everywhere. I think he's a little bit more well-rounded than Hubbard. So got to roll with the majority in this one. Any last thoughts on this contest? Me, love this one.
No, this is gonna be a fun one, but yeah, once again, I gotta go with the young gun. I think he's gonna be faster, stronger, better cardio. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be a fun. It could be an absolute levels test, but it's a pure pick 'em for me nonetheless. So yeah, throw in the comments. You guys got the old guy or you got the young Hubbard? But yeah, let us know. Respond to all comments and check out our other videos.